If you are going to buy a booster seat for a baby and transport it in your car, you should use Option A, the seat established by law and comfortable for your baby. Option B, the cheapest, because it is cheaper. Option C, the most expensive because it is safer. Option A is correct. The seat established by law and comfortable for your baby. If you drive a vehicle with conventional brakes in heavy rain, if you are about to skid, you should. Option A, take your foot off the accelerator and steer your car in a straight line. Option B, press the pedal as hard as you can. Option C, accelerate and move to the right. The correct answer is Option A. Take your foot off the accelerator and steer your car in a straight line. What does this road sign mean? Option A. Lane shifting. Option B. Low clearance. Option C. Two-way traffic. Option C is correct. Two-way traffic. What is a no zone? Option A, a designated no passing zone. Option B, the blind spot of a large vehicle. Option C, a one-way traffic area. Option B is the right answer. The blind spot of a large vehicle. If you are going to tow another vehicle with a chain or rope, you must place Option A, a white flag in the center of the towing chain or rope. Option B, with a yellow flag visible at 100 feet. Option C, a black flag visible from 100 feet away. Option A is correct. A white flag in the center of the towing chain or rope. You may drive in HOV lanes if Option A, your vehicle has 2 or more occupants. Option B, you are trying to get somewhere quickly. Option C, you are driving more slowly than the flow of traffic. Option A is correct. Your vehicle has 2 or more occupants. You may cross solid yellow lines. Option A, at any time. Option B, when making turns. Option C, during daylight hours only. Option B is correct, when making turns. When driving on a main road with traffic lines dashed white color, tells us that Option A, you cannot change lanes to pass. Option B, you are in a no passing zone. Option C, the vehicles move in the same direction and you can change lane when safe. Option C is correct. The vehicles move in the same direction and you can change lane when safe. A load that extends more than 4 feet over the sides of a vehicle and beyond the rear must be clearly marked during the day. Option A, with white flags to mark the ends of the load. Option B, with a yellow flag visible at 100 feet. Option C, with red flags to mark the ends of the load. Option C is correct, with red flags to mark the ends of the load. A solid white line on the pavement indicates Option A, that you can cross that line to pass. Option B, that you can change lanes with caution. Option C, you should stay in your lane and avoid lane changes. Option C is correct. You should stay in your lane and avoid lane changes. When we reach an intersection, we notice a sign like this. What does it tell us? Option A, right turn prohibited. Option B, left turn prohibited. Option C, do not turn in any direction. Option A is correct. Right turn prohibited. All drivers and passengers with vehicles manufactured after 1973 are required to travel with a seatbelt in place. Unless Option A, who is over 65 years old. Option B, a passenger has a medical condition. Option C, have a medical certificate stating that you cannot put on the seatbelt. Option B is correct. A passenger has a medical condition. When turning left, drivers must yield the right-of-way to Option A, pedestrians who are already in the intersection. Option B, all of the above. Option C, other drivers who are already in the intersection. Option B is correct, all of the above. To check your blind spot when changing lanes to the left, you should glance. Option A, at your side mirror. Option B, over your left shoulder. Option C, over your right shoulder. Option B is correct, over your left shoulder. This sign means Option A, truck parking area ahead. Option B, steep downgrade ahead. Option C, do not pass trucks. Option B is correct. Steep downgrade ahead. What is the signal name? Option A, crossroad. Option B, four-way stop. Option C, turn right. Option A is correct. Crossroad. When driving behind a large truck, you should maintain a safe following distance so that Option A, make it easy for you to read the truck plates. Option B. The truck driver can see through rear-view mirrors. Option C. You can pass the truck quickly. Option B is correct. The truck driver can see through rear-view mirrors. What might happen when alcohol is combined with another drug? Option A. The effects of the alcohol and the drug may both be reduced. Option B. The effects of the alcohol and the drug may both be increased. Option C. Nothing will happen. Option B is correct. The effects of the alcohol and the drug may both be increased. You are driving up a hill and are approaching a heavy truck from the rear. You should know that. Option A. All of the above. Option B. You may not be able to safely pass the truck. Option C. You may not be able to legally pass the truck. Option A is correct. All of the above. When driving in a low visibility situation, you should. Option A. Drive as if it is a high visibility situation. Option B. Decrease your following distance. Option C. Increase your following distance. Option C is correct. Increase your following distance. On a street with 3 or more lanes, the center lane is only 4. Option A. To park in an emergency. Option B. Smooth through traffic flow. Option C. Turn left and go straight. Option B is correct. Smooth through traffic flow. When preparing to drive, you must put on your seatbelt correctly and make sure that Option A. Only those under 18 years of age wear their belt. Option B. Does your car have enough gasoline? Option C. All passengers also put on their seatbelts. Option C is correct. All passengers also put on their seatbelts. This road sign means Option A. Left turn, yield on green. Option B. Roundabout ahead. Option C. Traffic signal ahead. Option C is correct. Traffic signal ahead. If you are driving so slowly that traffic is backing up behind you, you should. Option A. Not let the other cars pass your vehicle. Option B. Decrease your speed. Option C. Pull off the road when safe and let traffic pass. Option C is correct. Pull off the road when safe and let traffic pass. If you have to cross a bicycle lane to turn right, and there is a cyclist traveling in the lane, you must. Option A. Increase speed and pass first the cyclist. Option B. Sound the car horn to alert the cyclist. Option C. Yield to the cyclist and turn behind the cyclist. Option C is correct. Yield to the cyclist and turn behind the cyclist. When approaching a steady red traffic light, drivers should: Option A. Come to a complete stop. Option B. Drive through the intersection if there is no crossing traffic. Option C. Continue driving, as they have the right of way. Option A is correct. Come to a complete stop. The effect that lack of sleep has on your safe driving ability is the same as: Option A. May create a dangerous driving environment. Option B. A very safe driver. Option C. Always has the right of way. Option A is correct. May create a dangerous driving environment. It is prohibited by law to race in the streets, is found guilty of this crime. Option A. You will get points on your driver's license. Option B. Driver's license will be suspended, criminal charges, and possible jail time. Option C. You will receive a warning and small fine. Option B is correct. Driver's license will be suspended, criminal charges, and possible jail time. It is said that at intersections: Option A. Speed must be increased to pass. Option B. Traffic moves slower. Option C. More accidents occur than anywhere else. Option C is correct. More accidents occur than anywhere else. What does this road sign mean? Option A. No vehicles. Option B. No trucks. Option C. No parking. Option B is correct. No trucks. If a school bus stops to unload students on a street and displays a stop signal. Option A. They must continue at lower speed. Option B. They can proceed with caution. Option C. All cars must stop and wait until the stop arm is retracted. Option C is correct. All cars must stop and wait until the stop arm is retracted. A sign like this warns us. Option A. School zone. Option B. Bicycle area. Option C. Of a winding road. Option C is correct. Of a winding road. If you are driving on a highway and see these signs, you should never drive in the lane with: Option A. A red X. Option B. A yellow arrow. Option C. A green arrow. Option A is correct. A red X. The most important thing to remember about speed management on curves is that you must. Option A. Accelerate gently before you enter the curve. Option B. Drive at the posted speed limit as you enter the curve, then slow down at the sharpest part of the curve. Option C. Slow down before you enter the curve. Option C is correct. Slow down before you enter the curve. A speed limit is Option A. The suggested speed to travel on a road under ideal conditions. Option B. The maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under dangerous conditions. Option C. The maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under ideal conditions. Option C is correct. The maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under ideal conditions. If your vehicle has an ABS anti-lock brake system in an emergency braking situation, you must: Option A. Gently press the brake pedal and move away from danger. Option B. Press the brake pedal fully, hold it down, and steer to safety. Option C. Apply the emergency brake as quickly as possible. Option B is correct. Press the brake pedal fully, hold it down, and steer to safety. If you reach an intersection where you wish to turn, but you are not in the proper lane, you should: Option A. Safely change lanes, then turn your vehicle in reverse to go back to the intersection. Option B. Turn your blinker and make the turn from your current lane. Option C. Drive to the next intersection and make your turn there. Option C is correct. Drive to the next intersection and make your turn there. This road sign means: Option A. 2 lanes of traffic moving in opposite directions are about to merge. Option B. A low grade is ahead. Option C. The overpass ahead has a low clearance. Option C is correct. The overpass ahead has a low clearance. A solid white line down the center of a 2-lane road indicates: Option A. Lanes are moving in the same direction, and drivers are permitted to pass. Option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions, and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option C. Lanes are moving in opposite directions, and drivers are permitted to pass when safe to do so. Option A is correct. Lanes are moving in the same direction, and drivers are permitted to pass. You are driving on a highway. You must remember that the greatest dangers on highways are: Option A. The high speeds. Option B. Rear-end crashes from driving too closely. Option C. Change of lanes. Option B is correct. Rear-end crashes from driving too closely. This sign means: Option A. One way. Option B. Straight through only. Option C. Keep right. Option A is correct. One way. When entering from the entrance ramp into the right lane of a highway, you must. Option A. Slow down to 30 miles per hour. Option B. Increase speed to enter quickly. Option C. Adjust your speed to a safe speed and use your turn signals to merge. Option C is correct. Adjust your speed to a safe speed and use your turn signals to merge. What is the first thing that alcohol affects? Option A. The judgment of a person. Option B. The vision. Option C. The coordination. Option A is correct. The judgment of a person. A flashing red light indicates. Option A. School zone on alert. Option B. Stop and proceed with caution when all is clear. Option C. Proceed with caution. Option B is correct. Stop and proceed with caution when all is clear. You may legally drive 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. Option A. Under no circumstances. Option B. When passing another vehicle. Option C. In light traffic conditions. Option A is correct. Under no circumstances. What does this road sign tell drivers? Yield. Can you identify the meaning of this sign? Narrow underpass. What does this road sign mean? Chevron. What does this road sign warn drivers about? Falling rocks. What should you do when you see this sign? You turn. How many questions did you get right? Share your score in the comments and continue practicing to improve your results. If this video helped you master road signs and prepare for your permit test, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more DMV practice tests and driving knowledge content. Stay focused, keep learning, and good luck on your exam.